Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Mrs. Damini Motwani, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Dada Ramchand Bakru, Sindhu Mahavidyalaya, Panchpaoli, Nagpur. Today I am going to teach you the difference between active and passive immunity. We will see detail about active immunity and passive immunity. First of all, we should understand what is immunity. Immunity is defined as the body's ability to protect against infectious disease. Now, first we will see about active immunity and then we will see about passive immunity. Now, active immunity, it is defined as an immunity against a pathogen when our body is exposed to a particular pathogen, our immune system get activated and it produces a special type of protein that is known as antibody. Now, while dealing with immunity, we will come against two words, that is antigen and antibody. Antibody, it is a self molecule, and antigen, it is a non-self molecule. When antigen take entry inside a body, then only antibodies are produced against that particular antigen. So in active immunity, it is necessary that our immune system should get exposed against some sort of antigen. For example, if a virus which causes mumps takes entry inside our body, then antibodies against that particular mumps virus will get produced, but those antibodies, they will be specific against that particular sort of virus. It will not be specific against other types of viruses. For example, influenza virus, today is the latest viruses, that is coronavirus, some other viruses. So while dealing with active type of immunity, our own immune system get activated against exposure to a particular virus or pathogen. It produces antibodies. These antibodies are produced by immune cell, that is B cell, which is a type of WBC. This B cell, when it comes in contact with a particular type of antigen, it get activated and proliferated and get converted into a plasma cell. These plasma cell, they produces antibodies, and antibodies have memory, they have self non-self recognition, they are specific. These are the characteristics of active immunity. Now, active immunity, it can occur naturally or when we in childhood, we all know that we undergo a process of vaccination, immunization. These are examples of active immunity. So the entry of antigen inside the body is a must for active immunization. So active immunity, once the antibodies are produced, they have memory, they are lifelong, and they protect us from that particular type of antigen only. So active immunity is a sort of good immunity. Coming to the passive immunity, it also help against protection of different types of diseases. But what happens, it is not, in this case also antigen takes entry inside our body, but in that case, if a person is having low resistance power and is unable to fight against that particular disease by producing antibodies, that is, if the active immunization is weak, in that case we take help of passive immunization. In passive immunization, we take pre-formed antibodies. Now these antibodies can be formed in the body of some animal or against some other human body and is injected inside you, because at that time your immune system is weak and you are unable to fight against that particular sort of disease. Now passive immunization, it is immediate. As we see, active immunization, it takes some time, but passive immunization is immediate. Now passive immunization can be maternal or it can be artificial. For example, as we know, there are different types of antibodies. A single type of antibody, that is IgG, immunoglobulin G, it can cross the placenta and reach the fetus. So in that case, mother formed antibodies enter into the child, and therefore the child immune system has not been activated, but the antibodies which are produced inside the mother enters into the fetus. In artificial, for example, if you are having fever and doctor prescribed you some sort of antibodies, in that case you are taking antibodies which are produced by some other sources. So this maternal passive immunity can be maternal or it can be artificial. So after understanding active and passive immunity, we will see in short what are differences between active and passive immunity. Now in active immunity, you have seen that there should be active participation of immune system. So antibodies are formed inside the body. In passive immunity, there is no active participation of immune system and we take antibodies which are produced outside the body. Active immunization example is vaccination. Passive immunization example is breastfeeding or by taking antibodies. Active immunization, it is lifelong. Passive immunization is short-lived. Active immunization, antibodies formed by active immunization have memory, and which antibodies which we take inside by some other source, they do not have memory. So active immunity is good, but in cases we are having a low immune system or our immune system is weak, at that time passive immunization plays an important role. Thank you.